Beaches are the desire of many travelers for days of vacation and rest. Choosing the best beaches in Brazil is an almost impossible task, because there are countless stretches of sand surrounded by the sea and spectacular scenery that deserve your visit, whether in summer or any other season. Among the best beaches in Brazil, there is no lack of small portions of paradise to be happy. And, let's face it, there are people who like a lively beach, others who like deserted beaches, and many travelers really want it to be a good beach for children. The list of the best beaches can vary according to the traveler's taste and desire, but it is certain that many of the most beautiful beaches in Brazil are, almost, unanimous in beauty and therefore deserve your visit. With that in mind, we list the 10 best beaches in Brazil for you to visit in summer or any other season, whether in 2021, 2022, 2023. When everything is calmer. If your favorite beach is not on our list of the best beaches in Brazil, let us know more about it in the comments. The most beautiful beaches in Brazil deserve to be known by everyone, and, who knows, we won't go there on the next trip. Good sun and enjoy the sea to relax in summer. Let's get to know the best beaches in Brazil. Considered one of the best beaches in Brazil and certainly one of the most beautiful beaches, Praia do Sancho is a must-see in Fernando de Noronha. It is located in the middle of a huge rock wall and can be accessed from the sea or via a staircase created in the middle of a crack in the stone. Access really is not the simplest, but the place is delicious and worth the descent. At the top there are some viewpoints, which lead to the observation of Praia do Sancho itself and the neighboring Baía dos Porcos and Morro do Irmãos, also symbols of the beauty of Noronha. In the stretch of sand opposite the access, in the middle of the forest, a small waterfall usually forms during the rainy season, and in the same direction, it is sometimes possible to observe sharks in the sea. One of the many beauties of Fernando de Noronha and certainly one of the most beautiful beaches in Brazil. Brazil's beaches can also be freshwater. And the proof of this are the lakes of Lençóis Maranhenses, which form countless rainwater pools. They are small portions of paradise in the middle of magnificent dunes and fine sand, with almost warm water and delicious for a dip. It will only be difficult to choose which of the many lakes to enjoy on a day tour of Lençóis Maranhenses. The good thing is that, with each new portion of water between the dunes, the feeling of being on one of the most beautiful beaches in Brazil is repeated. And even better is knowing that there will always be one more lake to visit just ahead. To get to know the main lakes of Lençóis Maranhenses, you can choose between Barreirinhas, Athens or Santo Amaro. The more adventurous can also cross the Lençóis Maranhenses National Park. Although the most beautiful beaches in Brazil are more common by the sea, we can guarantee that these lagoons deserve all the status, even though they are freshwater. Don't get carried away by the name. Praia Brava in no way resembles an unwelcoming environment. Quite the opposite. It is likely to be one of the most inviting stretches of sand in Búzios, in the lakes region of Rio de Janeiro. The beautiful view from the viewpoint on the road that leads to Brava would be reason enough to attract tourists there, but it goes much further and offers a wonderful sea, always calm environment, empty sand and two of the most elegant seaside bars in the city. Certainly one of the most beautiful beaches in Brazil. There is no lack of beautiful beach here. Paipa, in Rio Grande do Norte, is one of the destinations that appeals to all audiences, from those looking for hype to those who are more willing to enjoy the tranquility of life by the sea. There, visitors are invited to spend the day on the different stretches of sand, take outings in a garden, buggy or boat, enjoy the sunset on Lago Iris and the night in the trendy downtown. Among the best attractions in Paipa is the Baía dos Golfinhos, where, in fact, it will be easy to see dolphins swimming very close to the sand strip. It is worth mentioning that to reach Baía dos Golfinhos you will have to wait for low tide, when the path runs out of water, and it will be easier to reach one of the most beautiful beaches in Brazil. Little Giant, this is the beautiful Bay of Pigs. A beach formed in the middle of the rock wall, surrounded by greenery and natural pools accessible during low tide, which makes it a great place for snorkeling, with some restrictions for environmental preservation. The Baía dos Porcos, considered one of the most beautiful beaches in Brazil, has greenish waters that are also usually visited by turtles, which gives even more charm to the place. Not to mention the incredible visual for Morro do Irmãos. The access to Baía dos Porcos is via Cacimba do Padre Beach, where there is a staircase and then a stone walkway. As with the other beaches in Fernando de Noronha, access is not simple, but it is well worth it. Fernando de Noronha is champion among the most beautiful sand strips in Brazil, and all of them could easily enter this list. Ilha do Campeche is one of those beautiful places that you can't forget to visit in Florianópolis. The island has a beach with crystal clear water, calm and ideal for relaxing. In addition to being known for its beauty, it is also an archaeological heritage, as it has valuable rock inscriptions. To get to know the island, you have to go to Praia da Armação or Praia do Campeche, where you can catch a small boat that crosses to the place. It's a beautiful ride. For those looking for tranquility, the ideal is to go on a working day, when the island receives fewer tourists. The small Ilha do Campeche, one of the best beaches in Brazil, is part of a conservation unit, with a limited number of daily visitors. In addition to the beach, visitors to Ilha do Campeche can also enjoy ecological walks along the east side of the island, where there are rock carvings dating back thousands of years. Ilha do Prumirim, in Ubatuba, does not lose anything in beauty to its more famous neighbor, Ilha das Couves, one of the most beautiful beaches in Brazil with transparent sea, long strip of white sand, easy access and rocks that form beautiful scenery for photos. Ilha do Prumirim is a must-visit for those who enjoy stretches of sand by the sea. With calm and shallow seas, Ilha do Prumirim is an excellent option for snorkeling. Take a mask so you don't miss the fish and turtles that pass by and make the tourist party. From there, enjoy the tranquil Praia do Prumirim, where there are good restaurants and sun loungers to relax amidst the beaches of Ubatuba. Lagoa do Paraíso, in Jericoacoara, is one of the most beautiful in the region. With water in different shades of blue, Lagoa do Paraíso provides a great spectacle for the eyes and enchants those who choose the place to rest. Hammocks in the water are already a tradition, but there are also several restaurants there, which place tables and chairs in the water for visitors to relax even more. The lagoon has calm water and few waves, which guarantees the calm that so suits Jerry. Those who want a little more excitement can enjoy the beach club with a mega structure that exists on site. After all, Jerry is also great for fans of trendy environments. Lagoinha do Leste Beach is among the most beautiful in Florianópolis and also in Brazil. Hidden away by trails, Lagoinha do Leste is a beach for those who like to combine a desert landscape with a good dose of exercise, as it is one of the most difficult stretches of sand to visit in Floripa. To get there, you will need to take a boat or one of the two trails along the rocky shores. The look pays off on both routes. Very preserved and part of the municipal park of the same name, Praia de Lagoinha do Leste is practically a perfect retreat for those looking for isolation in the midst of nature. The strip of sand is clear, surrounded by dunes and mountains, and the sea is very rough, which tends to attract surfers. Difficult access to Ponta do Curumau helps keep it looking like it used to be, when the beaches were occupied only by fishing villages. There are no crowds of tourists there, no big hotels or clusters of tents on the sand. Curumau is not yet a famous beach, and what reigns in the place is the tranquility and the movement of the tide, which takes and brings that little tip of sand and hypnotizes the few tourists who walk there.